Last night you made it know that I see stars in your eyes when I play that. Not face, not on that night, so flash the camera. Put my arms around you, listening to wake up, just start cutting through some it's gone. Remember when we moved out? My mom said I love you, but it's so small cup, so we changed up and saved up, gave up our town. We were dangerous, couldn't tame us, was missing now. Time, suddenly we got no time. So busy doing life that I miss your eyes on mine. If you just focus on me like we were 16, planning our lives. Can I wear your t-shirt and see you wanna dream of all the good times we were 16? You remember the teacher said you're too young, too stupid, don't lose your head. The years gone and we held on with the best intent. Just two kids who kicked it on reminiscing. Suddenly we got no time. We're so busy doing life. I miss your eyes on mine. Focus on me like we were 16. Planning our lives. We are down on my way. T-shirt and see. You wanna dream of all the good times when we were 16. We were 16. Take the love that we found, give it back to ourselves. Sometimes these things don't work out. Sometimes there'll be no one else. They said we never even made it this far. Here we are. We're still counting stars. We were 16. Cut my heart about 1-2 times a week. Question the reason I'm yours. I'm yours. I know the other lost, but just the same smile. And she got no flaws. No flaws. I'm not trying to be your part-time lover. Sorry, I'm for that full-time. I'm yours. I'm yours. What a man gotta do. What a man gotta do. To be totally like by you. What a man gotta say. What a man gotta pray. To be less than like the first one.
All right. All right. We're gonna huge echo here, right? Oh, you know what it is? I know what it is. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. All right, we are now streaming live through YouTube as well as here on Chairman1000.com. If you want to come on Chairman1000.com, you're welcome to get on this session as well too. We're going to be doing our weekly overview where we show you how to use the harmonic scanner that is provided by I Am Mastery Academy. 4 powerful confirmations that I'll tell you over the past 6 weeks that we've been doing this thing. We've had no losses in the market. Now, as we know in this industry, there will be some losses in the market, but we mitigate those losses by 3%. So we risk no more than 3% to do any of the trades that we go into. And I'll tell you, it's been phenomenal. We've had phenomenal growth in what we've been doing. We've broken the code on really how to change the game in the Forex market. So if you happen to come across this video or the recording later on, just know that we're doing something I believe a lot of people don't focus on, but harmonics right now are 90% accurate. You know, not even talking about, if you know how to draw harmonics yourself and you can find them, they're based on retracement levels, right? You know, we talk about the 38%, the 23%, the 78.6, the 61.8, and the 50%. All of these retracements are locked into this strategy here. So this is why it makes it 90%, because you're really focused on Fibonacci retracements. Okay, but it makes it simple, and you can kind of click, for me at least, when I look at a pattern, I automatically see where I want to go in for my trade, where the trade is going. So it's a nice shift to watch the pattern work. Okay, so you can see in this instance how the market was bullish here. Okay, bullish, bullish. Okay, and then you can see it leveling out here. Okay, then the market moves sideways and reverses. Okay, so the harmonic pattern identifies the reversal when it's happening in the market. And so what we've decided to do now, not only are we going to take the harmonic pattern, but we're going to put a little extra stuff on top to ensure that we're going to go in the profit. And this is why we haven't taken any losses in the market. Something so simple as applying 4 confirmations that are focused on reversals as well. So things that we can add on top of this is already good confirmation. The scanner already a good confirmation on its own. Okay, but what we put on top of it, we put the candle formation on top of it. And then the hidden secret, we put divergence on top of it. Okay, divergence is everything, but because it's showing us when momentum is being lost in the market, and that gives me my confirmation that I need to go in. Now that candle formation is going to give me my entry point, okay, to ensure I don't get into any drawdown. So I will tell you, we've had less than 30% drawdown, and on average, it's been about a 10 pip drawdown on average is what we're going to get if we enter early. But for the most part, we haven't even had a lot of drawdown when we go into these trades, folks. So just know what we're doing is very powerful. We know what we're doing as traders, and you only are going to perfect your skill even more by going through I Am Academy, going through your 400 series, which focuses on the harmonic patterns. So you don't have to know how to draw them. You know, I don't ever want to know how to draw them, but I enjoy knowing if I need to understand it. Why is this pattern validated? Okay, so first things first. For those who don't know me, my name is Randy Webb. I've been a Forex trader now for 2 years and a couple months. The skills been getting better. I'm still a student in my opinion. I've gotten really good on the charts, but still a student in I Am Mastery Academy. And I'm excited to continually learn and perfect what we're doing, because the more I learn, the more confident I get. And really the funny part is when I look at this chart, for example, you know, I remember it used to be hard for me to find patterns in the market and see it, but literally when I look at this, I see all type of stuff, right? I see a support and resistance level right here, even though it's not drawn. Okay, I can see automatically divergence, bearish divergence happening here. Naturally, your eyes will calibrate for what you're looking for if you're consistently getting on the chart. So I do this every Sunday, not only for you, but I do it for myself as well. Keeps me sharp on the charts, keeps me, getting better on the charts as well too, and what I'm looking for. And sometimes I'll even identify some things that will consistently happen inside the market. So we're gonna jump into this. Some of the stuff I've already seen. We have a lot of continuation patterns in the market right now. So last week, we closed out in profits on several trades. I believe we focused on AUD, JPY, NZD, JPY, and we actually caught it from the very entry point, from the very first entry point, and now it's at its second entry point. So we are going to catch the rest of the 150 pips that are available to us. Okay, so as you know, let me go through this Excel sheet real quick. For those who have never seen our 52-week plan, what we're doing is our group, Legacy Worldwide, we are walking together through a 52-week trading plan together, including myself. Okay, so if you start with, I have $1,000 here. Let me see if I can pull the actual sheet. Okay, here's the editable sheet here. So if you start with $100, okay, 15% growth per week. Now, last week we got about 28% growth. The week before we did 39% growth. Okay, some people, I don't know what lot size they use, but I sound like they use a little bit bigger lot size. Some people doubled their accounts last week, which was powerful. Okay, now a lot of the things that I'm going to teach, if you're not a part of Legacy Worldwide, but you're in IM Academy, guess what? You can apply these confirmations yourself as well too. Okay, we throw some of these trade ideas on the web analyzer and the trade ideas, so you don't have to be a part of our group to be a part of this. You just got to follow the steps. Okay, so thank you for getting involved and hopping on. Let's go ahead and jump into our session. We only got 1 hour to do this. So starting off, we have our 52-week trading plan. You can find this trading plan on our website, legacyworldwide.net. Legacyworldwide.net. Okay, go to step 9. I have a video explaining this, and you can download the Excel sheet right from there. You're going to put in whatever balance that you're starting with here. And then the minimum goal that we're looking for per week is 15%. 15% is absolutely simple. Okay, I'm going to give you several strategies for you to capture your 15%, whether you're scalping your 3% per day, still using the harmonic scanner, or whether you're holding the trade and just letting it close out and giving your 15% with one hit. Okay, so $100. First month, we're expected to make $174 total in our account. Second month, $305. Third month, $535. When we get to our 6 month in, you should, on 24th weeks, you should have $2,862, and then 52 weeks total. Okay, you should have $143,000 in your account based off this trading plan, 15% growth per week. Now, if you take a loss in the market, just make sure you start whatever's in your account, you start with that balance level and use that lot size there. Okay, now for my people who are starting with let's say $1,000. Okay, start with $1,000. You're going to have a 0.10 lot size. Now you can cut these up. There are sometimes I will tell you if we have to set the stop loss farther apart. So typically our stop loss is 30 pips. Okay, if I do find when I say, you know what, we can't avoid this and we got to do a stop loss of 50 pips. Okay, so what I would suggest you do is you adjust your lot sizes for what we are adjusting the stop loss for. So just in case it does go backwards, you don't take a big loss. You still only take a 3% or at least 4% loss. Okay, so if we have to up the lot size, just lower if we have to up the stop loss, then lower the lot size. That's it. Don't worry, we're going to do a lot of these trades to ensure that you are going to be profiting market. Right now, we're on a copy and paste program until you learn. Now, if you catch this video and you're not a part of IM Master Academy, and maybe someone invited you to this, if they invited you to YouTube or invited you to this chairman1000.com call, make sure you plug back in with them and let them know, hey, how do I get into that VIP group? How do I get into the team? They're going to send you their enrollment link to get involved, and we're going to put you in our VIP group and get you trading. Okay, we're winning. There's no question. This is not a hype call. We're winning. Okay, everything I'm going to share with you today is going to put you in a winning position. All right, so, all right, enough said with that. So $1,000, 15% growth is $150 there. Six months in, you can expect to be in your account 24 weeks, $28,000. Okay, and then down to 52 weeks, we're expecting to pull a 7-figure trade account, 1.4 million. Now understand, past results do not equal future results. This is not guaranteed. The trading is a risky business. Okay, so there's a lot of people who lose their money when they come in, but this is why we are in effect. This is why we have an institution that trains so that you're not among the 95%, but you're among the 5% that win. And right now we have a group of people that are among the 5% that are winning in the space. And so make sure that you get at it and everything. So once again, if you are not a part of the team and you hear this, make sure you get with someone and ask them, how do you get involved? And I'm talking to people who are not a part of I Am Master Academy at this point. If you are a part of I Am Master Academy, okay, and you're not a part of Legacy Worldwide, that's okay. So we won't add you to you won't be in the VIP group, but you'll get the trade ideas through the web analyzer. That's where we throw our trade ideas at. So either way, we all win as one, as a team. The VIP group is more for us to monitor our personal community, okay? Now, you can add yourself to our Legacy chat. You can find that at legacyworldwide.net. Go to step 4, okay? I'm sorry, step 5. Step 5 will add you to our community. Congratulations, Mr. J. Mack. He said he grew his account by 120% last week. Huge congrats. Who else had? KB grew your account by 51% last week. Huge congrats. Took profit on 11 out of 12 trades. Powerful. Let's go, man. I love that. Come on. Now, a lot of people send me some text messages as well, too. All right. So I see a lot of you asking questions on YouTube. I'll get back to you if you were invited. If you weren't invited by someone, I'll drop or actually go look in, and I'll drop my email there. If you weren't invited by someone, okay. But if you're invited by someone, they know exactly how to add you. All right, let's go. All right, so we're going to jump into information now. First things first, here's how we look at the harmonic scanner, okay? Me personally, I love to go to the H4, okay? I don't go any smaller. I go to the H4 chart first. If you want to see any type of new trades that are popping up, you're going to use Hot Forex. But other than that, I typically use Trader's Way. So right now, we're going to focus on Hot Forex. These are the brand new trades that came up. So let's start with AUD USD, okay? All right, the first confirmation that I'm looking for, first of all, we got to validate the harmonic. So how I validate the harmonic to make sure that it's all connected, we want our X, A, B, C, D points. So X is here, A is here, B is here, C is here, D is there. They're all connected to a wick candle, okay? So this is a valid pattern. Now we need to validate whether we're going to go in for entry for the pattern, okay? So how we do that? So the first step, we look at the pattern, it's all connected. I typically box up the consolidation area, but I won't do this on this chart. Let's go down to our 1 hour. I'm sorry, back here, 1 hour over here. So we're going down to our 1 hour chart. Now, for my brand new folks on here, I want you to make sure you go through the academy. Some of the basic lingo I'm talking about when I say candles, that are the blue and red things that are on here. And based on the time frame that I go to, H4 means that each candle is 4 hours. H1 means that each candle is 1 hour. M15 means each candle is 15 minutes, okay? Real quick. When I talk about a trend, I'm either talking about a downtrend, an uptrend, or a sideways trend. The market moves in those 3 ways, only, okay? So when it's moving sideways, that's called a transition period where we need to learn, is the market going to reverse or is it going to do a continuation, all right? So consolidation, several things are going to happen during a consolidation zone. Either the market is going to reverse or it's going to continue. That's it. So here's what we're looking at now. So we're looking at AUD USD. First thing, I automatically see divergence here. Okay, so we go right here. So what is divergence? So for my people who understand trends, divergence is when, for this example, we have a low and a lower low on our actual chart, right? So price got lower here, but on my RSI, price increased. So I actually have a low and a lower high and a low and a lower low. So I'm going to try to break this down to simplify what we're looking at here. So I'm going to draw my line from point to point, wick to wick. Okay, so when I do it here, I have a descending, okay? This is descending, okay? And then when I do the same draw, I do it from point to point, from the same area on my RSI. RSI stands for Relative Strength Indicator. How much strength is in the market? Is the market strong going up, or is it strong going down, or is it losing strength? So when we look at divergence, divergence is telling us if it was in an uptrend, that strength is being lost in the bullish market. So therefore, there's a potential that is going to reverse. If we're in a trend down and then the market starts going in a bullish, the RSI shows the bullish divergence, it means that the momentum, the strength is being lost to the downside. So it's going to be reversing back up. Okay, so this is why we use this as the second confirmation. So let me get rid of the pattern so that you can see this. So do you see these right here? Let me draw some circles for you real quick too, what I'm actually looking at. So from this point here, because if you get this, it's game over, y'all. Trust me. All right, so I want you guys to see this. You see this right here? See how price is up, price is here? So we just look to the right. Look at the price. Price right here at this point is at 0.65122. Okay, I just want to show you that it's descending. And then price got as low as the close of price came down to 0.65052. Okay, so price was still shifting down. But when we look at it here, okay, this is what tells us the momentum got lost. Prices was low here, okay, and then price actually increased. So we call this bullish divergence. Price is diverging together. Okay, therefore, telling me that the market is, yes, it's reversing. Okay, I call this is a slam dunk. Okay, price is continuing up. Boom. We're in the trade. So if you got in the trade here, this is only about 25 pips or so. Okay. The next thing we're gonna look for, that's your second confirmation. The third confirmation you're looking for is a candle formation. Now let's talk about the candle formation real quick. Here, the 5 most powerful reversal candles. Okay. So you can remember these. Let me drop this here. Just a little Investopedia. I'm gonna drop this in the group right now. Copy that here. And on YouTube, let me go ahead and give it to you on YouTube as well. All right, so we're going to talk about those candle formations. I just dropped the link for you guys. So real quick, I just call them dojis, but we're going to talk about engulfing patterns. So I just want you to see it because when I go through it, you're going to understand why. Okay. So this candle, for example, you get, I just call it, yeah, they call it the 3-line strike, but you're going to see a consistent row of whether bullish or bearish, and then you get your engulfing candle. Boom, that's a reversal. That's a reversal candle. Okay. You're going to get your engulfing candle as well too. Once again, trending up, we get the long wick. Sometimes they'll call this a hammer if it has a smaller body here, but you get your hammer, and then you have your engulfing candle, and then boom, you get your push down. I know they're calling that the 2 black gapping. Well, it's a gap in between the market. That's just when the market opens up. You may have that, but what I want you to see is this part here. The next one, same thing. Okay, we have the engulfing pattern, trend up, get the engulfing. There's our reversal. And then we have, this is called an evening star, and then you also have a morning star for a bullish market. So boom, trending up, you get your big candle, and then you have your doji or spinning top, and then you have your engulfing candle. So you see this, you can see this either like this or up inverted, okay, for the upside. And then we have our doji type candle. All right. So this is what we're going to be looking for our candle pattern formation in the market. So now you understand what I'm looking for number 3. Okay, that's also a reversal. So here's what we got. Done. Okay. Now if you want to try to get in on the earlier, you go to the 15-minute chart and you see if you can get in earlier. So on the 15, I wouldn't have been comfortable here hopping in this trade. Why? Because we didn't have an engulfing candle on the 15, so I wouldn't have got in here. But you see this part, this is our engulfing candle. So the 1 hour would have gave me the warm fuzzy to call this trade for everybody. All right, so I would have called the trade after this one. Okay, but other than that, I wouldn't have called this trade until I got this. Once I got this engulfing pattern, then we're in for the trade. So this one is going to be more of a continuation as well this week as well. So let's go and take this up here. Going down to the 15. Now understand that a trend line, when we draw a trend line is support too. Okay, so we have, boom, it hit the trend line here, came up, came back down, trend line here, boom, trend line here, right? So we're going to wait for this one. Okay, this is more of like, it's still kind of, it's not exactly what I want, but it did trend up and hit our trend line. We're going to see if it's going to drop more. This might actually drop back down. So we're going to wait on AUD USD to see what it's going to do in the market. Let's go to EUR. Nope. Sorry, let's go back to Hot Forex, page 4, AUD JPY. Okay, we already got this one down. So go ahead and write this one down. Is the market open now? No, the market's not open. I just see that's weird. Okay, so here goes AUD JPY continuation. Look at that. Nice hangman candle. Yeah, I do understand most of the candle formation. Nice hangman candle. Then we got our engulfing. So it's retesting the trend line again. And then we're going to look for our bearish candle. We're going to get it for this trade for AUD JPY. Also, we have our corrective flag here. Okay, this is the full corrective flag. So we're going to catch it right off the trend line here. This is a 30 pip stop loss set into place. Okay, don't do this. Wait for the market to steady out before you actually go in this trade. But this is by the 30 pip stop loss. It's right at above the 78.6, by the way. So if you wonder how I got it and why I'm comfortable with that stop loss, I ran it past the 78.6. Okay, and as far as your Fibonacci, if you want to know more about that, go through the academy and focus on learning about the Fibonacci retracements. Okay, so we're looking for our continuation pattern for AUD JPY. So this trade is going to give us for the week. We get in right at this somewhere around this point here. We're looking at the rest of this market. We're going to get about 165 pips is what we're expecting for AUD JPY. Look, that's our 15% for the week. If that entire trade closes out for us. But once again, remember what I told you to do. When you get into your trade, once you go into profit, once you get about in the mid here or get close to TP2, bring your stop loss into profit. All right. So if this trade pushes back, let it take you out in profit. Because if you're trying to ride down the TP3, just make sure you put your stop loss in profit just in case it pulls back. Or what I like to do, me personally, I actually take profit at TP2, or I'll take a partial profit at TP2, and then I'll let the rest ride out, or I'll let the rest consolidate up. Okay, then I'll wait for the next entry for the continuation, and then I'll enter again. Okay, remember, we caught the reversal off cuff. So when we talk about Elliott's wave, the market moves in at least 5 waves. So we look here, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we look for 5. Okay, I don't know if 5 is going to come way down here or not, but we're looking for that 5th wave just now, and it could go. This thing could go 9 waves if it's strong enough. But that, as of right now, we're looking for that 5th wave for our continuation. That's Elliott's wave. So go ahead and mark AUD JPY down. We're looking for the potential sell for the week for AUD JPY, 165 pip potential. Stop loss is going to be at currently, unless it pushes up. Stop loss we're going to set once we do call it 70.650. Just call it 650. Okay. Then what else? So do not go into this trade till you have all confirmation. So we actually look good here for AUD JPY. I like the candle formation. So the last thing we're going to look at is currency strength meter. Okay. So in order to enter this trade, AUD JPY for the sell, you're waiting for the currency strength meter. You're waiting for AUD, the currency AUD, to go down in strength on here to 1, 2 bars or so. And you're waiting for JPY either to stay at 4 bars or go up. Okay. If AUD it stays stronger than JPY, do not enter that trade. Wait for AUD to drop in strength. It's a must, or you're going to get caught in a pullback. Okay. We have been great. We have minimal drawdown for this reason and this reason alone because of all these confirmations. All right, so that's AUD JPY. Let's look at the next one. So AUD JPY, we have it for the sale. EUR USD. As a matter of fact, let me give this to my folks. So if you're on this channel right now, I'm going to give you this one. I'm going to drop the link. EUR USD. All right. So EUR USD, I just dropped that one early. I had to get that early, but let's talk about this trade. Very simple. You can already see the divergence here. All right. So once again, how we look at our trades, we validate our pattern. Okay. Boom. X is good. A is good. B is good. C is good. D is good. Okay. All right. You want to know, even looking at the numbers, go through the academy, learn about the different harmonic patterns like the bat, the shark, the Gartley. Okay. All those patterns in the alternate chart. All right, so looking at this one automatically, let me go down to the 1 hour. Right here, same thing, point to point. That one to there. I can already see this is easy. Right, point to point. So what do we have? So let's talk about this one, okay? On our actual chart, we have a high and we have a higher high that was created, okay? But on our RSI, we have a high and we have a lower high that was created. Okay, so we have our confliction. So therefore, we're seeing bearish divergence. Okay, let me draw it out for you just in case you don't see it again, because I want you to see this. All right, so you see price increased here, price increased from here to here, price decreased from there to there. Really the strength decreased, okay? So as price went up, the strength decreased, therefore validating our pattern. So this was a reversal. So we would have got in because there goes my doji candle. There goes the pattern I was looking for. Boom, we're in this trade from this point right here. Right, came down, went back up, retested, and here's what you would have made for EUR USD. And I know we had some traders that called this trade last week. So 102 pips you would have got for this trade. So now we're gonna do a continuation on this trade. Very simple, easy and to the point. You can see it. So that's the first wave right there, pretty much. Let's go and draw our trend line. Why did that disappear? Okay, let's try it here. Now, for those, this is in our academy. It's called Trading the Triangle. Okay, Trading the Triangle. I believe it's in 400 series as well too. Okay, so boom, this is a continuation pattern again. So EUR USD, which I just showed you, I already dropped it in the group and I dropped it there on the YouTube channel. Okay, boom, we're gonna push for this last one here. Okay, once again, we're gonna look for a candle entry. So if this is correct, it's going off the trend line here. Right, we got a nice little candle formation bunch here, and then we got our price moving down. Now here's the catch for this one. The last thing, once again, same thing, currency strength meter. You want to make sure EUR is weaker than USD, and that checks right now. Obviously, wait for the market to open up. So, but this is going to be the pattern. So we're looking for our continuation for EUR USD. So that one's done. Next thing, EUR JPY. Let's take a look. What do we got? Oh, this you automatically see it. Can you guys see the divergence on this one? Automatically right on the 4 hour. Simple, easy. Look at this. Once again, divergence. Okay. Price moved up. Price moved down. Slam dunk. We're going in for the sell. We're waiting for our candle entry, waiting for our currency strength meter, and we would have been in. Done, right? You got everything that we needed there. So let's go down to our smaller time frame. Obviously, you can see it here, divergence, right? This is called bearish divergence. Now we draw our trend line. Okay, we got our highs and lower highs. Now, I don't know if this is where the stop of the trend line is at, so you're going to wait. Same thing applies. We go to our currency strength meter. Okay, we wait for EUR to be weaker than JPY, and we can enter that trade. So EUR and JPY, we're going to be looking for the sell. Very simple, right? Stop loss. Let's see, 305. 60. I wouldn't be comfortable with a stop loss here. So for EUR JPY, we're going to wait because I don't think it's fully done. Because right now stop loss would have to go above here because I'm not sure. Which that's a 60 pip stop loss. Now what I would like to take it is probably the 175. Let me run something real quick. Yeah, so stop loss would have to be like 117.81, right above the 78.6. So 117.800 would be potential stop loss right now. But I don't know yet because the market might not be done pulling back. So we're gonna wait, but I'm gonna just put that on here. But we may have to change this up. What is going on? Sorry, folks, trying to get this for some reason. It's not clicking. Let's see. What are you doing? All right, let's put another line. Here we go. Sorry, for some reason my tools are not working for me. So give me 1 second. Well, this is going to be our stop loss up here at 117.800. For some reason, I can't get it. I'm just looking for my tools to change the color, but it's not popping up. So, all right, let me go ahead and save this one. Let me put a note on this one as well, too. All right. All right, so we're looking at EUR JPY potential for the sell as of right now. Now, let me show you guys something that's pretty tight, right? So this is how I get out of my trades. You see how price came down here? Okay, went back up, price came back down. The second pullback right here, we thought it was going to continue down, but then it reversed. Well, here's where you would have seen that. You see this because you're going to be quick with the eyes when you see it. If a trade pulls back on you, comes back down to your initial point, if it doesn't continue past your point, you have a decision to make. You can stay in the trade and try to still see it, let it swing, or you can say, I'm going to get out and let it pull back and finish. So here's how you would know to get out of this trade. You see divergence again. Divergence helps you get out of trades, folks. Look right here. Right, trade going straight across, but our price is increasing right here. So we don't know to get out of the trade that the pullback is coming. However, just like it's the strength indicator, right? It may do the same thing. So price will either come up to this point, drop, or price may drop right here. You don't know. But this is, it's just like a flag, right? Same thing. It's doing the same. So you get the same thing on your RSI. Remember, your RSI is your strength in the market, which is powerful. All right, so that is what we have for EUR JPY. Let's see what else we have. We already got three great trades. This one is going to give us, let's see, in profits, we're looking at a potential of, if it is from this entry point, 193 pips to TP3. TP2, 76 pips. That's powerful. Okay, we're definitely gonna knock out 15%. That's why I say 15% per week is so easy. Okay, we got so many opportunities. Next one, USDC CHF. Won't lie, I don't like to deal with USDC CHF. It's not one of my favorites, but let's see what we got. Yep, nothing. Plus, yeah, I wouldn't have entered that one because it's not presenting that divergence that I'm looking for. So that one, it just kind of made a shift. So we wouldn't even took that trade anyway. We made money off of GBP JPY last week. And I will tell you, the confidence has gotten so well. Typically, I used to say I don't trade GJ. Not true anymore. I mean, because what we're doing is, so if you don't know, we're trading market structure, period. Okay, so this is what makes what we do powerful. Market structure is everything. Harmonics are everything. Okay, so if you wonder why the success is there, it's because we're purely trading off of market structure. So let's see, what we had gotten in for this one. So here's where divergence was right here. It's very small. It's small, but it's there, right, from here to here. Then you got your engulfing pattern. It's very shallow though, right? It's not a deep drop that we're looking for, but it's there. Now JPY does move fast, okay? So there goes our divergence right there. Boom, and then we got our shift. There's our engulfing candle, okay? Then we started shifting down. Strong support. So this is strong support, right? That's happening. So here, what are we gonna do with JPY? Let's see. I will let this one continue. This right here will be somewhat of our zone. I would wait for it to break this. See this trend area right here? I'll wait for it to break this area, come back and retest before entering GJ. But GJ, once again, same thing. We're going to look at the same confirmations. I think it's going to consolidate a little bit more. Then we can potentially get a push down. And so what we're looking at here, potential of 150 pips, unless it pulls back a little bit more, it might pull back up. And if it pulls back up here, we're going to look to enter really up here. Okay, that's what I really like to see for GJ. All right. Okay, this one already hit, by the way, NZD USD. All right, so the market will probably reset again. I'm going to do another one of these, not on YouTube. I do it for the team on Monday. So we'll be doing another one of these on Monday. For those who are not involved in IM Academy, perfect opportunity to get involved. We're going to start our trade group. For those who haven't seen our VIP group, let me post that for you. So that is it. Here's what our VIP group looks like. Pull up Telegram real quick. So we just went through the trades, right? So what we do in the VIP group is now that I went through the trades, all I do is I wait for the confirmations. Now you can do all the confirmations that I just gave you and do it on your own, okay? But I will call the trade once I see it. I'm going to call the trade that I see, and I'm going to go into it myself. So one of the questions, how does the scanner reset? Sometimes I'll look at it and it seems like the info is hours or a day old. It'll bring out new trades or will reset the trade depending. So it just happens throughout the day. Now the trades that are moving, it keeps those trades there, but as far as new trades, it just looks and scans the market for new patterns. So sometimes you can have the same trade. You might be in NZD-JPY, okay, for a sell, and it might show you a buy. This is why I only look at the H4, by the way. It'll show you a buy on the 15-minute chart, and that buy might be strictly based on the correction, okay? So also know that's why I don't use the 15, I only use the H4 because I want the big move. I want the actual trend. So the market repeats itself constantly. So yes, over the days you might see NZD-JPY for a sell or a buy, or you might see a brand new sell for that currency. Now the time I realize that the market resets around sometimes I see it at 6 p.m. and then sometimes in the morning. All right, so in our group, here's what it's going to look like for our brand new customers and members. Okay, I give you the checklist. So here's our checklist here. This is what I posted for the new week. But when I sell, because this is what it's going to look like. Me posting the chart is not me saying sell or buy. That's just letting you know I'm looking at this, and when it meets my confirmations, I'm gonna go into the trade. I'm just getting you prepared. And so what it's gonna look like when we actually do it is I'm gonna say sell AUD-JPY now, stop loss. I'm gonna give you that entry point when I entered the market. So my entry points are always based on when I entered the market. So if you look on the web analyzer and it's a different entry point, it's because I'm giving you what's on my MT4. Okay, and then TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4. I give you all the TPs. Now I've been adding a TP, so if you see that my TPs are off, like if you see that TP2 is actually TP1, it's because what I started doing is making my TP1 off cuff 40 pips. Because I've realized every trade that we take, we automatically off cuff, we go straight into profit to like 30 to 40 pips. So for those who want to scalp in the market, this is for my scalpers. You can get in, get your quick 40 pips, call it a day, be done. Okay, and then wait for the next day. We do another trade, boom, you get 40 pips off cuff. So because all it requires is that if we get 3% per day, okay, and we do it for 5 days, that is 15% growth. Okay, for 5 days. If we do 4% a day, boom, that's 20% growth. And did you know we get 20% growth per week on a $100 account every week for 52 weeks? We actually turn $100 to a 7-figure income. That's how significant percentage growth is. Okay, so this is our VIP group. Make sure to be in this group. Okay, here are the qualifications to be in this group. Okay, you must be a part of I Am Mastery Academy. That's the first qualification. The second qualification, you must be a part of Team Legacy. Now, if you're already in I Am, you can't be a part of Team Legacy. You already have to have signed with Team Legacy. So you can't join from another team, no. But what we're doing is we're making sure that you still get the trade. So we're putting those trades on the web analyzer trade ideas, or you have the charts that I give you. Okay, so I am not letting anybody. I did that before, and the reason I'm so hardcore on it because I did it before, and it's so much confusion because I can't check your number every month, and then it becomes a problem for your upline as well too because I can't check the back office. So just stick to the product. Go to Web Analyzer. Take the trade ideas for those who are not a part of Legacy Worldwide. So I love you, but don't send me a message because I'm gonna ignore it. Okay, I've been getting messages. I ignore them. Because it's just a regular team group. So you'll have to just have your own team group, and then of course talk about the harmonic scanner patterns and everything. All right, so that is it. So from this point, I finished up early. We're 45 minutes in. Let me just go over the strategy one more time, and then we're done with this call for today. And we're waiting for this market to open up. And if you grab, that's right, KB. If you grab 10% per day, you grow by 50%, which I know some people have been doing. Hey, Terry, how did you get onto Chairman 1000? If you see it, if you're brand new and not a part of IM, whoever you got introduced to by this video. So by you getting on this service, if a friend hits you up and say, "Hey, hop on this real quick. I want you to check it out." Then I want you to get back to that friend. If you've seen it on their website, whoever's website you seen it on, I need you to go back to that website and DM them and say, "Hey, I seen what you were trying to share with me. I want to join." And they're going to tell you the next steps. If it was me and you see it on my site, then you go for my site. Either way, whoever showed you, I want you to get directly back to them, okay? And they will take care of you, make sure you're set to go. Yeah, NZD USD hit re-entry again, but you should already have took profit on that one. Hopefully you lock your profit in. So and I wouldn't go in for that sell again. Wait for that pattern to revalidate itself. Okay, so we are pretty much done with our session, folks. For those who are not a part of IM Academy, let me just show you this portion real quick. Okay, we have a lot of different strategies in the company. Right now, we are focusing on the harmonic scanner pattern. Like I said, is 90% proof. You know, I have some videos on YouTube as well too, where I talk about the ECC 11 strategy. We have a lot of different educators there too. Okay, so you know, Dr. Kathy Kirkland is my mentor. This is how I learned how to trade starting off, and of course, I just expanded, you know, what I learned and what I know in the market based off the academy. We have Gold Cup, levels, pivot, steady, DeLorean, bounce back. So a lot of strategies. We're focused on harmonics. Harmonics come with your membership. Okay, so when you become a member of IM, this is an automatic perk that you have. Okay, here's what our back office looks like. It's a university. So it's a Forex University. Okay. State of the art. The company spent a lot of money on this. I love it. So when you come, be a student. Okay, get you know, immerse yourself in this stuff. So we have 4 different academies. We have the Forex Academy, which that's what we're focused on right now. So everything that I just went over with you in Forex was for my Forex Academy. Yeah, I talked about Elliott's Wave. I talked about reversal patterns. So if you're unfamiliar with what Forex is, we teach you all that. What is Forex, the history, what's traded in it, who participates in Forex. Trading View, we just did Trading View. So see how I marked up the charts with the trend lines and everything? We're going to teach you how to do that with Trading View, okay? Then you have when do you trade? So the different type of trading zones or trading markets, like the London session, the Tokyo session, etc. When to buy and sell, what is the pip, right? How do you make the money in the market? What's a lot size? Pending orders, man, this one is powerful because you can set sell stops or buy stops or limits. So when the price is hit, it'll automatically go into the trade even though you're not there, even though you initiate it. Then we have 3 types of analysis that we share with you, right? Technical analysis being one, fundamentals. Okay, how does the market respond to each one of those analyses? And then entering a trade from the Android or iPhone. So those who are like, well, I haven't, because we have a legacy system, but we focus more on the iPhone, unfortunately, but you can still download all the Android stuff. So you're gonna get your Android information on Forex 126 in your basics, okay? And then we talk about stop losses. Next is your required education, 200 series, right? We teach you about how to set up your MetaTrader 4, okay? Trend line, support and resistance, how to draw them, pullbacks. You heard me talk about Fibonacci retracements on here, okay? Then this is what I call our 6-figure and 7-figure conversations, 300 and 400 series. Okay, now you have your continuation patterns. You heard me talk about that tonight. So they're going to talk about trading the triangle, okay? Same thing, support and resistance in depth. So they're going to go a more in-depth conversation about it and how to find it and how to do it. Price reversal. We just talked about price reversals. Harmonics were one of those. Okay, the different type of pairs. Okay, twin trading. You heard me talk about that. Now we do a lot of Bollinger Bands. I don't use, but a lot of people use them. So you can use Bollinger Bands, exponential moving averages, EMA. And then I talked about Elliott's Wave, how the market moves. And then lastly, this is the game changer. Do not stop at 300. 400 is the game changer. If you don't understand when you get into your 400 series, then this just means you got to just keep on learning. But you're going to get to listen to Christopher Terry. Christopher Terry is he's definitely a multi-million-dollar trader, okay? He's made a lot of money in the market. And so he talks to you about what he sees in the market and how he does it. Okay, so market geometry class, balance class. I only heard probably 2 people talk about balance in the market. And this is what when we start having these conversations, this is how I know how far you've went in your academy. Okay, when you can have a conversation with me and we start talking about Elliott's Wave in depth, balance in depth, Fibonacci retracements in depth, I know that you went to the academy. Based off your language and the way that we talk, I can determine how far you are in the academy or if you're even understanding the academy. This is not motivational. Listen, the academy is not here to motivate you. It's here to teach you. Okay, so don't just listen to it and be in a passive learning stage. Passive learning means you hope that you just listen to it and one day you're going to become this professional trader. Not going to happen. Okay, this requires that you apply the information that you learn. Meaning you got to learn how to. I know that I'm 40 years old, but I finished my master's degree and I was about to go get my doctorate. So I've been in school for a minute and I still have my, I know how to learn. Some of us, we forgot how to learn. Okay, we forgot how to make our brain remember. So remember, you learn through audio, you learn through visual, and you learn through like writing it down. So do it in all three of those forms. You see it, you speak it, okay, your audio, and then you write it down. You visualize it more. Okay, that's going to go into your memory and you're going to apply it. That's how I study. I write notes and I go back and I reread my notes, and I might even go copy my notes down again so that I can remember it. So you got to learn how to be a student again. This is important. Okay, we're talking about $7.7 trillion that is circulated every day in this market. Okay, so here's the 400s, all the harmonics I talked about. Why harmonics? This is how I know the information I know. Okay, how to use the harmonic scanner, bat patterns, harmonics 1 through 4, Gartley patterns, butterfly pattern, shark pattern, harmonic entry techniques, how to trade the triangle, identifying a trendy market, risk management planning, and then lastly, auction market theory. Okay, so a lot of information here, but definitely worth the time for those who are doing. We didn't talk about HFX or we didn't talk about ECX or anything, but just know we have other academies. And then we have our Go Live platform. So that is the structure that we have in I Am Master Academy. So if you want to learn more about Forex, feel free to definitely plug in, get with someone who got you invited to this video, let them know that you're ready to start with us, and we'll get you plugged in. Other than that, for those who are already a part, okay, let's make this money this week. So you guys have a great one. Let's go. Let's get it. Hope you took some notes. Don't worry, this will be available after we stop this webinar right now. It's recorded to YouTube, so feel free to share this with your group and definitely write down those trades because we are doing those this week. So that's all I have, folks. You guys have a great one and have a blessed day. Let's get it. Peace.
On a Saturday night in the summer, sundown and they come out. Lamborghinis in their hummus, parties on, so they're heading downtown. Everybody's looking for a come up, and they wanna know what you're about. Me in the middle with the trying to figure everything out. We don't fit in. We just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. You look starting there, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear to be become beautiful people. Don't design our clothes, throw fashion shows. What you do, you know. Inside the world of beautiful people, we are not beautiful. Yeah, that's not who we are. We are not beautiful. True flowers last night and we made it nowhere. I see stars in your eyes when we're out with it. I'm not faced by all that lights and flash cameras. Just with my arms around you, there's no need to care. But we are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. Yeah, start